and Malone, Rodman and Malone, and Rodman just trips Malone up. They got to.
I think both guys were wrestling. And now watch Michael Jordan give Brian Russell a shot, and then Russell gives Michael a little pushback. So all of a sudden, temper's starting to flare here, little Bob.
Wondering whether Chicago's come upon some tough times and can't afford good uniforms. Here's how that uniform got ripped. Frankie Johnson trying to fight his way through a screen, gets a piece of Scottie Pippen. But shortly thereafter, Johnson walks over and says, I didn't mean anything by that. Pippen says, okay, you're a good man. Let's move on.
I don't like it, though. I didn't like the fact that Frank Johnson apologized to him. Forget about it. You did it. And, hey, we're out here to win. And one thing Pat Riley taught the Lakers when I was playing with them, don't apologize. Do it again if you have to do it again, because you're out here to win.
From left to right to cut it to three. We're down to 5 seconds in the quarter. Here's Pippen. And again, offensive interference called on the ball. And words between Frank Johnson, Scott Williams, B.J. Armstrong all involved. Michael Jordan trying to calm his teammates down. And the officials also looking to settle things down.
Well, Frank Johnson is saying, hey, I apologize on Wednesday. I'm not apologizing tonight. And what happened was they all fell on the ground right here. And then at the end of it, I think it was a little pushing and shoving. And then Michael Jordan tried to calm everybody down. Frank Johnson was still upset. So I think everything is clear now. Jake O'Donnell will settle everybody down and get back to playing basketball.
A moment ago, you mentioned the incident that took place in Game 1 on Wednesday, the incident between Scottie Pippen and Frank Johnson.
Well, what happened was he tore his jersey, grabbed him, and then he came up and apologized to him after it happened in Game 1. Well, tonight, you got in another little skirmish here with Michael Jordan this time, and Frank Johnson said he's not apologizing for anything. As you see, he kicked Michael Jordan, then he went after all the Bulls standing there. And that's what you have to do in the playoffs. Don't apologize for nothing. You're here to try to win a championship.
Frank Johnson played well in the third quarter, but he'll sit down.
From the corner for three, Willie Anderson, no. Jordan rebound. Foul by Mourning. Michael Jordan is everywhere right now. Everywhere. Even telling Dennis Rodman to relax. Loose ball foul on Alonzo Mourning, his fourth. You can see it here, just trying to basically throw Luke Longley out of the way and then going over Michael Jordan's back. But 4 fouls at this point in the game is not that big of a deal.
Drop that pick and roll hard. Jordan is 4 of 11 this quarter from the field this half. We have a whistle and a foul, a lot of bodies down, and just threw another player out. He sure did. It'll be Greg Anthony. That's right. Gone. He said that. Now the interpretation there is that's intent to injure, intent to injure the player. So what you have here is 2 shots and the ball on the side. Plus, you go. That's automatic. Automatic. Flagrant foul with an ejection. That's right. And this is that you are definitely trying to hurt the player. Michael has missed his last 2 free throws. He'll have another. Here's another look. It's interesting. You're going to see a strong one now. In the picture comes, there he is, right there. Now that's up to the referee's judgment. But they've been consistent tonight.
Often physical. I wouldn't necessarily call it bad.
In the day. Then in the start of the final period, this. Michael Jordan is taken down hard by Cadillac Anderson. Jordan was okay after the spill and remained Mr. Everything for Chicago. With the game clock ticking, Jordan hits the baseline jumper, putting the game out of reach for Milwaukee. The Bulls are up 2-zip.
10-point lead for the Bulls. Todd Day contested that pass to Jordan in his Chicago ball. Emil Carr arguing that Michael touched it last.
Inspirowanym wszystkich koszykarzy NBA. Dziś ponownie spotkanie.
Sometimes he does it with a smile, but it's more than just talk. And now they're playing championship ball. Even if the Bulls come out of the Suns simply will not back down from the Bulls.
Right side, down low, looking for Michael, a little too tall.
Michael thought he got grabbed on that play. I don't know. A whole lot of grabbing going on out there. Boards in a game against Detroit. Oh, tough. Went to the boards in a game against Detroit. He had 9 rebounds, 9 assists.
Whoop. The clerk reached out. Got a piece of Michael, and MJ took offense to it. Now walks away. The foul was called on Bruce Bowen. See if you see it here, Joe.
Oh, he grabbed him around the waist. That's what he had called. He had grabbed him around the waist. But I was saying, Michael went to the boards in Detroit to help Dennis out, and Luke out had 9 boards, and tonight I lost my 2 front team. All I want is your jersey, Rodman. Who's going to get it? Let's go to Eric Collins, Tommy.
He's got a airways in
kind of a rough game. It just kind of a blah, not very pretty game, but sometimes the Celtics seem to do that when they're on the floor.
Well, that's the way they play. They play a scrappy game defense, try to not let you get set up offensively. And, you know, it was a raggedy game, but we won the ball game.
Third, game 54. Dressing just 8 players because of trades made at the deadline, the Heat ambushed the Bulls. Rex Chapman shows the capacity to hit the 3 and the audacity to bark in Jordan's face after a hard foul. Perhaps inspired by the confrontation, the Bulls rally furiously, but can't avoid loss number 6.
You have to really respect everyone when you step on the basketball court, no matter what transitions or transactions may have occurred in the course of the day. I think we really didn't come out and, you know, just put any type of basketball efforts on the basketball court, and they did.
Lead by 10. Jordan the steal. In on Jackson. That's a take. Throws the ball at Jackson in frustration.
He thought Jackson trying to take him out, so Michael's going to get a technical on that play. But he had a feeling that he was trying to take him out. Well, they came over as peacemaker, and Reggie came over to say Michael should get a technical. He will get a technical. Now they rally together down low, the Pacers, to talk this over. But Michael's going to get 2 shots, and they are going to get a technical. Watch Reggie come down. Here it is, the steal. Now watch Michael come down. He's going in hard. And he felt that he got hit. Felt that he really got hit hard.
Jordan drives in the lane, spins, lost it. BJ baseline, shot clock at 3 and 2. Grant with a rebound is fouled. 39 seconds remain. Mutombo with a foul. Out talking to Jordan.
He was walking to the other end with the ball. He took the ball, was walking down the other end. Horace took it out of his hands. Says, "Give it to the referee. I'm shooting 2 free throws here." Horace Grant with 20 rebounds.
Watch Mike fly after that block shot. Beautiful work. Only he tapped the glass with the offhand. Goaltending. But Mike says, "You do know who I am, don't you?"
People were like, "Jordan, please don't score too crazy on me, please." No, Jordan, don't do it. Nah. Why'd you do that? My family's here, man.
Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing never won championship, and Michael loves the fact that they didn't win it because of him. He reminds them all the time.
McRae. 7:20 to go in the game.
Bulls really struggling here.
Williams missing.
Michael on the foul.
Loose ball foul, Michael Jordan. And he protests demonstratively.
His 4th. He came over the top. Shot goes up. Here comes Jordan. He pushed off with the left hand on the big guy. Just a little one, but enough for Jack Madden to spot it.
Leroy Smith is?
No.
He's the last guy to make my high school basketball team.
One of Michael's favorite stories is about Leroy Smith and how he, not Michael, made the varsity team their sophomore year in high school. At the time, Leroy was 6'7", and Michael, even though he was as competitive as he is today, stood only 5'9".
He was just hurt, and I said, "You don't give up. You go back in there and you try again. You don't give up. You know, you give it your all."
It helped me deal with a lot of things, and I matured at that time, and I've just continued to look back on those situations and prosper in life today.
This may not be far away.
Yeah. No, he missed the basket. He missed it. Welcome to the NBA. Welcome to the NBA. I made that sucker. The one shot he made, you didn't get it on TV. Good.
Très bien pour San Antonio, dans sa salle dominée par Washington.
Un beau duel entre Bowen et Jordan.
Alors, faute technique.
C'est une faute technique contre Jordan. Il a pris 3 claques sur le bras. Il faut bien que l'arbitre siffle un moment. Non, non. Boing, boing, boing.
Et il a donné un petit coup de coude d'énervement.
N'importe qui aurait fait pareil. Une fois que vous prenez 2 claques, vous vous défendez, non? Toi,
non,
oui.
Non, non, il faut être fair play, Georges.
Oui, toi, il faut tendre l'autre joue. On n'est pas loin de Noël, donc c'est un bon discours.
En tout cas, c'est rare de voir Michael Jordan prendre une faute technique.
Surtout qu'il avait vraiment de bonnes raisons pour se plaindre. Bang, bang! Et puis, toing! En fait, je crois que c'est le coup de coude qui a donné la technique.
And Alonzo Mourning sharing pleasantries. More on that in just a couple of minutes.
I want to say, but all you're doing if you're Seattle, say, let's get the game started. We do not want to hear for the next 2 days what went on last year. But you know what? Until they get past that first round, they're going to always hear about it.
Jordan and Hawkins exchanging a few words. Now Mourning talking to Michael.
Did Michael get a technical?
Michael threw Hersey Hawkins down. Now a few words for Alonzo. I got a feeling Alonzo's not in a great mood, Michael.
See, I like Alonzo doing this. I don't want him to go back and smile at Michael Jordan. He doesn't need to smile because Michael's stealing his lunch money right now.
Yeah.
It's like you smile when the series is over. Don't let Michael con you into being his buddy.
Oh, and we have seen that.
Oh, hey, you know.
Jordan throws Hersey Hawkins down.
Oh, he hit him right with an elbow. He got him up with an elbow.
Yeah.
See, Michael, people don't realize Michael's vicious competitor in that post. He's not going to give anything. He'll crack you upside the head before anybody in this league. I'm not saying dirty by any stretch of imagination, but you got to be ready to take some punishment against him. This is a reaction by Hersey Hawkins, and he takes it out on Steve Kerr.
Kerr says, whoa.
It's called displaced anger, Bob.
I like that, displaced anger.
And flopping by Steve Kerr. He gets the Emmy, and now 2 thumbs down.
Absolutely. So was Collins and Neal. Now a technical foul on Hawkins, who's still angry. There's Cisco. Give us the thumbs up or down there, King.
Hey, Michael, look over at me and winked. I know him like a book. I'm telling you, he is absolutely... Look at him talking to Alonzo right now, too.
And he's got the Hornets talking to themselves.
Oh, yeah. You know what? He's that guy that makes you a little tougher than you are by yourself.
Barkley, the Bulls neck and neck with the Pacers in the Central. Charles and Michael exchanging words, going at it like this. The Rockets answer, though. Charles dared to take the 3, takes it, hits it. Then talks a little trash to Dennis Rodman. You sure are ugly, son. Jordan and Barkley going at it like a...
Charles is not Charles with his mouth shut. You know, that's like me playing with hair.
I don't believe the Knicks against the Bulls is ever just another game.
Both clubs going at each other. Michael Jordan and Xavier McDaniel having words.
The Bulls are the world champion. We're supposed to just lay down and just let them do whatever they want to us. Hey, this is a game. This is a man's game.
Hit hard by Anthony, and Michael threw the ball at Anthony. Jordan is very upset with the first ball, and he's followed up Jordan with the recovery, and Jordan is fouled.
We understand come Sunday, it's going to be an all-out war.
We knew New York would take us to our limit. So it was a mental test as well as a physical test to take on the baddest and the worst and probably the best challenge that we would have in the playoffs. It's always personal.
Do I hate him? Oh, yeah.
It's going to be some rough play and not to get caught up in it. I mean, Oakley is probably one of the best of physical power forwards. He's very much like Rodman in terms of offensive rebounds, and some of banging that goes along underneath the rebound. So you got two professionals who tries to get the advantage against the other in whatever way possible. So we just hope that we can control ours and not let Dennis go, haywire all over the place and stay focused on what the team is trying to do.
A number of opportunities. Here is Jordan, and he's fouled. Hit from behind by Schrempf.
And took exception to it as Schrempf taking a wild swing there. Got a piece of the ball, but no doubt got a piece of the head of Michael Jordan. And a quick reaction, and then Michael caught himself.
This is just a replay of game one. Whoa. This is you put Detlef Schrempf, their worst defender, on Michael Jordan. He lights up, just goes right to the hoop. Detlef ushers him in to his right hand.
Sean Kemp saying he liked the hard foul that Detlef Schrempf took. But you know how it happened again? It was another double team coming.
And the NBA rivalry is bitterly epitomized by the Detroit Pistons and Chicago Bulls. Painful defeats. Perhaps that explains the fervor the Bulls displayed last year.
The minute we step on the floor that somewhere along the line in the course of the game there's going to be an altercation or some incident that sparks something on the floor.
Now look at the triple team as Sally and Rodman collapsed on Jordan, and Jordan is still down. Michael is on the floor.
A couple of elbows here and a couple of punches there. You never know what might happen.
As for the Bulls, they're tired of being physically abused and have no qualms about retaliating. Their personal demons are very much alive.
Rodman takes the lob. A couple of pumps, and Worm is pumped up. The Pistons within one. More ugly stuff, though. Watch Rodman with the offensive rebound. He gets tied up, is stripped by Michael. And on the other end, look who catches up with Michael. Rodman not only fouls him, but then brings him to the floor. Another scuffle would ensue. And Ron Rothstein is tossed out of this one with two technicals. Back to the game, under a minute to go. Jordan would hit two clutch free throws. Although the Bulls were quick to condemn Lane Beer for his foul, they were less than harsh towards Dennis Rodman for taking down Jordan.
He didn't play the ball, and he took him down, and it was a foul. But I didn't think it was particularly dirty or over, upset that he might have hurt him. But I don't think that he was, trying to, hurt him.
I think he was trying to prevent me from scoring. I think he was trying to hold me up. I couldn't really picture it as I was trying to catch myself, and I lost balance. He totally knocked me off balance. I wasn't in control at all.
Hey. You don't see me and Rich fighting over who does what story, do you?
If you want to point a finger, we got time. I'm not going anywhere for a little bit.
Hanging, hitting. Bulls up 14 late men. We're going to play the feud. Watch Jordan and Chris Childs with this moment. Jordan hits him with an elbow, catches him with an elbow, and then catches the ball or gets it off his chest, and they go chest to chest. Jordan and Childs both got technicals. It was Childs' second, so he got the gate, and Ewing got the towel. 27,432 points and a near fight. As for that near throwdown, Jordan said it could have been a suspension, but my level head overruled everything. Afterwards, Childs talked a little bit about Jordan rules.
Anytime somebody throws the elbow at you, that's intentionally, and it can hurt you, career-threatening, I'm going to defend myself.
Do you think that Michael gets away with things?
He gets away with Michael Jordan? He gets away with a lot of things.
Because he is Michael Jordan?
I can understand it, but nothing that can harm you, he shouldn't get away with.
What was he saying to you when he came at you?
Well, I don't know what he was saying. I was defending myself.
He was pointing his finger right in your face.
No, it wasn't no finger in my face. If he wanted to point a finger, we got time. I'm not going anywhere for a little bit.
Well then. Alrighty. Childs is right about one thing. The Knicks aren't going anywhere, especially on the road where they've lost 5 straight.
We felt they tried to take our manhood. They beat us up. They pounded on us.
Heat aren't going away without a fight.
Alonzo Mourning was doing a lot of talking the entire series. And when he elbowed Scotty and Scotty got that bump on his head, I think Michael kind of took it personally.
And I think that set Michael off. So when he came back into practice after that weekend on Tuesday, he said, guys, this one's a personal test. When we come out there today, I want this game to be a grudge match.
It's personal, man. I've been said. You got to go out and play with a lot of intensity, a lot of heart. Let's go.
And from the beginning,
Jordan would serve notice to the Heat that he was on a personal mission.
Yes, score it for Michael Jordan. Jordan with a dribble. Pull up for Sean Leonard. Yes! Michael Jordan is on fire.
And even though Scottie Pippen would be forced out of the game early with an injured foot, the rest of the Bulls would help Michael finish his mission.
The Indiana Pacers are still fuming from what happened last night in their own building when the Bulls came to play and fight. Pacers coach Bob Hill and guard Reggie Miller accused the league of a double standard in dealing or not dealing with Michael Jordan, based on last night's scuffle that got Hill and Miller ejected, but not the marquee player in the league. It may often seem Michael Jordan has eyes in the back of his head, but he doesn't. Yet he thought Reggie Miller had tripped him on purpose. Miller clearly did not intentionally chop him down. But the next time down the floor, Miller had the ball. Jordan then delivered a stiff arm to his chest. Seconds later, the water was really boiling. Jordan, guarded by Miller, passed and moved toward the paint, stuck an arm out at Miller, who swatted it away. Jordan then retaliated with a forearm shiver. He said afterwards it was just him firing back for Miller tripping him. But as we saw, the trip was inadvertent, so when they went back the other way, Miller answered back. Jordan responded by backing up the Indiana guard. And now it was everybody into the pool. Miller was the only player ejected, though. Jordan stayed in the game. And when Indiana coach Bob Hill shattered his clipboard and protested, he was given the heave-ho. And afterwards, both players reacted to the thought that there's a double standard in the league based on special treatment for superstars.
Well, it could have went either way, basically. You know, whatever referees saw, they saw. You know, I could easily got thrown out as easy as he's got thrown out. So.
No, just let you know how high we are in the totem pole. You know, there's Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan. You know, it's just double standards. You know, if I want to get thrown out, he should get thrown out, especially when he threw the punch. And there wasn't even no punch thrown on my behalf. You know, it's just disrespect. And let you know they run the league. Michael Jordan runs the league.
He actually threw a punch, and then I actually threw a punch. And I don't think the referee saw the punch that I threw.
So Jordan said he thinks the officials just missed it when he delivered his shot. The league said today it's already studying the videotape, but wouldn't specify when and if they'd make a decision or take action.
Turns the ball over. Dale Davis sends it ahead to Richardson. Richardson's going to miss. Jordan going for the block with Miller. Follows, and then a purposeful bump of Jordan. Michael pops his top, grabs and slaps Miller upside the head. Miller got ejected. Jordan did not. The Pacers said there was a double standard. Jordan declined comment today, but Phil Jackson worked himself up into a froth.
I think the league was perhaps swayed by Reggie Miller, maybe Bob Hill's statement that is clearly a sign of favoritism, perhaps not throwing Michael, which I think is a bunch of hogwash, simply because the punches were not seen. You can't fault the referees for not seeing a punch when they're 5'9", and these guys are all 6'9".
He's obviously a little, depressed. Let the team down a little bit, but that's something that you got to do. Anytime somebody walks up on you, you protect yourself with the best of your ability, and he definitely, at least he landed his punch.
Probably isn't so funny to people who saw Kermit Washington and Rudy Tomjanovich a few years back. Here's the proverbial mosquito hitting the grill of Jordan's financial Mack truck. A $10,000 fine, 1 day's pay, which for him is $48,800. All in all, about 2.5 times what the average American worker earns in a year. And Miller, by the way, was fined $6,000 for his part in the scuffle. The Bulls are...
Reggie Miller and Michael hooked up very early in this game, and the event that actually precipitated all the problems was foreshadowed by a lot of things that happened earlier. But here's what actually caused the fight and the suspension and the ejection.
Last week that I don't think we have to go into in detail, but you can see Michael did not take kindly to what was going on. He thought Reggie and he were even, Steven, but then he came back to retaliate. Bob Hill ejected and dejected Miller going off the floor. And, they took that momentum and they got off to a nice little jump there. Third quarter, we went ahead and had some just outrageous runs in them. Some great finishes by Michael.
Eventually rakes him across the face, but it was Miller who was tossed out while Jordan remained in the game and scored 40. A few weeks ago, I asked NBA Commissioner David Stern about the long-standing charge that the league gives preferential treatment to Michael Jordan and other superstars. Here's the commish.
We have rules, and we try to apply them evenly to everyone. Michael Jordan, bumped an official Was it last year or 2 years ago? I think I put it out of my mind.
In that overtime game in Utah?
Yeah, and when Phoenix, when he played the only game in Phoenix that season, he had to sit down, and the fan mail was hateful. And I understand it. It was, how could you take him away on the only game into Phoenix? The answer is that's the rule, and it applies to everybody.
And the NBA held to that in this case and took Jordan away from the Bulls on Friday. Very important game against the Knicks. It also cost him, all things considered, about 50 grand, which he can pull out of the petty cash drawer. But more importantly, the game against the Knicks.
They did miss the punch that Jordan threw. Otherwise, they would have put him out of the game. But Rod Thorne, the VP of violence of the league, told me that there have been 20 instances since he's taken over there in the league office where refs have missed things and he's had to come in and make a decision and suspend somebody or fine somebody the day later.
Some of this has to do with the Bulls struggling, and Michael might be a little bit frustrated here, and that may have been his frustration coming out.
Objection thing. Remember this night? Goes after John Paxson with the flagrant elbow. Dex Pax gets a $7,500 fine for his actions, and again, they start mixing it up, this time at Market Square Arena. Chuck Person ejected from the game. Well, Person may be gone from that team, but Reggie Miller's still around, and he and Michael Jordan have done their share of verbal sparring over the years. Tonight, they got physical at Market Square Arena.
24. Jordan hits the deck, and a foul call.
Jordan tried to set the screen on Charles Oakley, who was guarding Grant. As is the Knicks' philosophy, run through screens if they get in your way. Oakley tries to run through. Michael Jordan sends him down. The foul.
Bulls took a 2-0 lead over the Milwaukee Bucks, but not before a scary moment for Michael Jordan and the Bulls. In the first minute of the fourth quarter, Jordan on a drive to the basket. Greg Anderson, 6'10", 230 pounds, goes to the block, and down from the air goes Jordan. For a while, it appeared the Bulls would be without their leader down the stretch. But Jordan stayed in the game and was at his best after the Bucks had cut the lead to 2. Jordan finishes with 36. The Bulls win by 7. Game 3 of the series will be Tuesday night in Milwaukee.
The Bulls shoot around earlier today. We chatted with Michael Jordan and asked for his outlook at tonight's performance.
That's our initiative, is to come in and win tonight, and certainly try to put things behind us and put them out of their misery if we can. Certainly, it's not going to be easy. We know that. We're not coming in here and feeling that we're going to beat them by 4-1 here in this place. We know it's going to be a dogfight. But hopefully our experience of being in a situation before will enhance our chances of going in and winning the ball game and getting some rest.
Well, Michael, being the nice guy that he is, says they would just like to put them out of their misery.
How considerate of him.
The story that surfaced in the last few days involves the league's best-known player, Michael Jordan. Jordan has responded to charges of gambling, specifically large amounts of money reportedly wagered during friendly games of golf and poker. Checks were written by Jordan totaling $108,000, allegedly to pay off gambling debts. Of equal concern to the NBA is Jordan's association with people known to law enforcement officials as big-time gamblers, including Eddie Dow, who was murdered in North Carolina last month.
It's to associate myself with whoever I choose to, basically, as seemed for you, because I'm certainly not questioning who you hang around with. And I think what they actually are questioning is my choice of people, and either way, it's still my choice.
Jordan this week initially denied any knowledge of these checks, one for $11,000 payable to bearer, and 2 checks to Dean Chapman, one for $20,000 from Jordan's personal account, the other for $77,000 drawn on an account by Jordan's management company, ProServe. Chapman and murder victim Eddie Dow, the man in this picture, were said to be golfing buddies of Jordan's. Michael's love for the game has been well documented. He's downplaying the allegations of betting on personal golf games, but he's not denying them either.
Heard in the past of betting on teams and games and whatever, but in terms of actually myself with my friends, so what?
Jordan has not been accused of any crime, and NBA rules specifically forbid only betting on league games. Still, the league is concerned enough to say they are looking into his possible association with known gamblers.
I can't fault anyone else for my mishaps or my mistakes. I have to just accept it and move on, as everybody does. I mean, no one goes through life without a mistake or two.